A king. And the king is the one who is fearless, who can walk alone, who is not dependent. Have you ever seen a lion dependent on anybody? It will die, It will die in front of all the 10 hyenas who cheat him and kill him. But he will never be something who will be fearful, okay, or completely in shiver. No. Even to the last moment, he will growl, right? Even those 10 hyenas are biting it, it will still, even the last moment, that is how a king is. And you always appreciate a king like that. And that means what makes you a king is the lion within you, the bravery within you to face. And only brave people can endure and have patience. Weak people cannot endure and they don't have patience. You understood? So understand this. So you need to be the king. Okay, when you become the king, it is but natural that thy kingdom will come. Even as the Bible says, the kingdom will come. You will have your kingdom to rule. You will have a world to do. Even in DXN, we say, once you build a good network, you'll sit there as a king, right? What is the topmost position in DXN? Crown ambassador. Now you realize why doctor put that crown ambassador position is only to let you know that with all your good association, all the good things you will do, you will become the king. A king of what? Your association, your network, and you become the crown ambassador. Okay. So, very good morning to everyone. As we gather on the Sunday morning in India at 9 a.m. to teach and learn about Sunya. And in the series of talks on Sunya, talks that we call, we are today almost on the 4th episode of the Jewel series. We began to understand the 3 jewels that we all possess. We possess these 3 jewels, but we never know how to bring them out and showcase it to the world. The reason being the fear of losing them. And then we learned about the thieves that rob them out. And that is why, because those thieves rob us of those jewels, we still keep them hiding it inside us. Either they are lost and we spend our rest of the life searching for the jewels, or we actually find them and then we display to the world. So, what are these 3 jewels? We discussed it is you, your personality, and your association. They are 3. Your whole world is this. That's it. Then, if you get all these 3 jewels and you know how to take care of them, you polish them and let it shine, then what do? You display it to the world. So, how do you display that to the world? You cannot just show them as separate entities. You bring them all together and we say that you stud your crown with those 3 jewels and we wear the crown. And that's what here we are going to discuss. How we are going to have the crown of 3 jewels adorned on our head, displayed to the world so that the world can see a king moving. I've seen one thing, that when you have some activity to do, the mind is super excited before the activity. Okay. So when you practice Shunya, especially before an act, like in Diamond Sutra, it is said that before Buddha even taught, he practiced the Shunya. Okay, before teaching, he practiced that. Means before doing an act, first you need to calm down the mind. Otherwise, the thought is what actually starts working. We don't want the thought to work. Okay, we want our act to be exactly necessary as per the situation. Otherwise, we will not understand. If you see fire, if the thought works, then we will bring, and in panic mode, just go and put water everywhere. But when you see the fire is just a small thing, maybe you just blow it out and the fire is gone. Okay. So we act on the basis of what we interact with things. Okay. Not on the basis of a thought. So when we practice Shunya 9 to 0 before any act, especially an organized act or a planned act, because planned acts are always thoughtful acts. You've already thought so much that you're going to act. So better before that, you should always do Sunya. So that is why we do 9 to 0. Okay, so continuing on the series of our talks on the jewels. Okay, we finish you, your personality, and your association. We said this, and we also told you that how these three jewels are supposed to be taken care of, okay, from the thieves that rob us. Okay, so when we know all this, so then if you have taken care of the jewels and the jewels are shining forth and they are really nice, what do? You should display them. What is the point of having the most precious stone in your house kept in a locker, hidden from the world, nobody to see? You see, India had one of the most largest beautiful diamond, right? What is it called? Kohinoor. You know, so the world wanted it all, not to keep it in the locker. They wanted it to display. Every king wanted it on his crown. Okay, once you start showing your jewels, the world will all want you. You know, they will want you for their own crown. Okay, everybody is here seeking something and they need jewels for that. So bring forth your jewels. How do you do that? And what are these jewels that we said? We said you, your personality, and your association. Now let's go the reverse way. In Shunya, we go the reverse way. When I say your association, that's where your jewels start beginning, you know. Always remember, your association is the key. And we learned that your association all begins one, even if you look the 6 paramitas we talked about. The 6 paramitas help us to understand how do we associate with the world. How does this jewel of association shine? The 6 paramitas basically begin with, first is dana, to give. But how to give? You know, who will take from us? Why is that? You want to be the greatest player. You want to give India the trophy, you know, World Cup of, you know, in cricket, in T20 or this, in the 50-over game. You want to give that. Do you want to give? Yeah, I want to give. I am a player. I want to give India that cup. Who is going to take from you? Even if you tell, I want to participate, they will not let you even forget to give. They will not let you even enter the stadium. You understand? So definitely what you want to give, is the world ready to take? We don't know. So first, but the association begins from giving. Okay, so dana means to give. But who will they take it from? Second important point, that is your Sheilas. The one who has developed a personality, okay, of controlling himself, of engaging himself in the act that he is doing completely. And we talked about the Panchasheel, right? They make you a moral being. They make you a being that can be trusted. They can entrust a responsibility on a person who has Sheela. Have we cultivated those Sheela? Because that is also important. Okay, so that is the second engagement. A good person will always interact with a good person and you will have a good thing coming up. A good person, if he interacts with a bad person, the bad person will definitely get the good out of the good person, but the good person will all get the bad from the bad person. Exchange, association. Okay, so whom you interact with, what association you have is also very, very important. Then we talked about if I have to have the Sheela, the two most important thing for Sheela is patience and endurance. How can I have my Sheela without patience? I want to give my country the World Cup, but I don't have the patience to practice the game. Then how? It doesn't work. I have to endure all my training, my suffering from morning 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. I continuously play. I fail. Endure the failure also. Because the most people who have given up is because they cannot endure failure. They give up failure. When failure comes, they just give up. Oh, it is not meant for you. No. Every time you fall is to teach you that you have to rise up and again shine. So endurance means to get up again, to keep holding on to that particular thing that you started with. Patience is to wait for the result. How long? We don't know. Today, tomorrow, I don't know. But I have faith in what I'm doing. And that is why I patiently stand here. Okay. You see, there are people who are going through so many things in life. But one thing they hold on to is hope. And that is the only reason that they survive. Hope is because they have patience. Hope is not something that I say from today I'll be hopeful and I will get that. It doesn't come like that. You have to have a quality of patience, only then hope will be born. Otherwise, where to get hope from? Okay, how do you get the ability to not let go of things or to hold on to things or to make sure that you don't give up? Is through endurance. Only when you endure, you will not give up. Failure and success are just 2 points of testing your endurance. The ones who endure will always succeed. The ones who fail have given up. Okay, so always remember this. So we said first is what? Association begins with your giving, the attitude to give. But then who will take? Only from the person who has Shila. So the second thing you need is Panchashil. Then you need patience and endurance. Okay, that means you need to be focused and you should have the right view. That brings us to the last two of the 6 paramitas. What are those? Right, when I say right view and equality, or a kind of stableness is very, so samatha and vipassana we call. So how with samatha comes focus. So if you are focused in what you want to do, then only you can have patience and endurance. Only with patience and endurance, you can cultivate Shila. Only with Shila, you will be able to engage with the world. Understood? So, first and most, focus. That means samatha, which we practice in Sunya. And vipassana, the ability to see clearly. How do you do that? Through the practice of Shunya. When we watch our breath going in and out, we watch our thoughts coming in, disturbing us. We are not doing anything. We are just watching. With watching, we have the clarity of vision, the clarity of mind. And a clear mind will see through all the problems. And then there is no more problem. Okay, imagine driving on a road full of potholes. One who has good vision and smartness knows how to navigate through the holes also. One who is not wearing his specs that day, he'll keep on falling, right or wrong? Because it's all about seeing things clearly, okay? Now that brings us to the point that then if I cultivate this jewel of association and my second jewel of personality, people should like you. People should love you. Why will they like you and love you? If you have some personality. Where do I get the personality from? Panchashil. Okay. If I do not harm anybody, do you think people will like me? Yes or no? If I don't harm anybody, people will love us because I'm safe for them. And when they feel you're safe, they allow you in. If you think you're not safe, they don't allow you in. You don't allow a snake to come into your house. Please come, But if a hungry dog or a deer comes into your house, you come inside. You even pet him, right? You don't see a snake and pet him and go and kiss the snake, right? But because you fear that it will harm you, right? But a pigeon, oh, so cute, so nice. You don't fear that because you know it will not harm you. So if you do not harm people, people appreciate and love you. Then second is what? I shall not take something that does not belong to me. If you don't take something that belongs to you, okay, if you don't rob somebody, if you're not going to become a parasite on somebody, people will allow you, okay, to associate. People will allow to be in collaboration with you. But if you are the one who goes and takes advantage of a relationship, takes advantage of an engagement, I'm sure people will not love you. People will not like you. And that trait of personality is not right. Okay. So second thing you should cultivate, make them feel whole world that you have a personality, that you're not here to take something that does not belong to you. Yes, I will engage with you. I'll take what belongs to you. Me, what belongs to our agreement between us, we will share that. But I will never make sure that I will rob you. See, India was the world's largest trading organization. We traded almost, we were handling 34 or 35% of the world GDP. Why? Because of trust. Because Indians had some ethics and values and morality. A trading, relationship always needs that. If you don't have that, all your agreements, all these things have no value because most of the time you will be seeing each other in court, not in your business meetings, because you will keep on fighting. So trust is the basis on which, but that can be done when you assure that I'm here not to rob you. Then the third one is what? Kamesu michachara. Means what we say is your desire. You manage your desire. You let your desire be under your control. Don't exploit your or take advantage of your opportunity of association with others and fulfill your desire. That will be very, very dangerous. Okay. You see, you are a person who likes to get the limelight. You like to be a star. But just because you have got in touch with some great star, don't take away the scene by making sure that you become the star. That will be very objectionable. Don't do that. People will next time say, "Hey, isko aane mat dena." Don't bring him inside. He disturbs us. Kick him out. People tend to do this. People tend to fulfill their desire of being known by contributing something that they know when it is not required or not asked for. That becomes a hindrance. Again, please stay him. Early time isko mat aane dena. Don't let him come in because he's interfering more than actually sitting and contributing. So always remember, so desires has to be managed well. When person sees that he can manage his desires, such a person is safe to work with. Okay, imagine a person you're doing business with is a drunkard. He cannot manage his desire. What will you do? Will you do business with him? No. You saw a man with a person who's a womanizer or something, and he's working with you. You know his personality. You want to send your daughter with him. Will you send? No, my goodness, not with him. Nobody, whatever happens. This is very, very important. Okay. So you should understand your personality reflects in your behavior. And these Panchashila are very, very important. Then comes the way you talk. Never make false claims, because if you make false claim, then it's very difficult to associate with the world. People believe people who are true, people who speak as it is. If you lie, finish. One lie you are caught speaking, the opinion is already formed that he is a liar. Okay? And liars are always caught. You know why? Because they keep on lying. The problem is that it's very easy to catch a liar. He will lie once. Because he lied once, he will have to lie again. He will have to lie again. And the problem is, the 10th lie has no connection with the first lie, because it is all lie. And you can finish, hey, what are you doing? You said this, you said this. And whenever you go into an argument like that, make sure that the person is already started to lie. He started to make false claim. Very, very dangerous. So bring that in your personality. Speak as it is. Don't corrupt it with any kind of your intentions to cheat somebody or something. The words, they do matter. Okay. And the last is what we say is intoxicate yourself. Do not intoxicate yourself with any kind of thing, not even with position, power, authority. Don't lose your state of consciousness or awareness. Once you do that, nobody is going to associate with you. Carrying a drunkard man always is very difficult. It's better to leave him where he is. We keep him under the tree and we go away. Right or wrong? You will not carry him. Because to go with his pace is to reach your destination 10 years later. You understand? Better to walk with your pace in awareness. A person in awareness walks on a straight path. Okay? Walks in an uneven path straight. But one who is completely intoxicated, even on a straight path, he walks crooked. He will fall when there is nothing to fall. Such a person will also pull you down. So better keep yourself away from such people. And then if that is the case, you should understand, if we have that personality, then people will also keep us away from themselves. So now, when you look into all this, I have good association with the 6 paramitas. I practice my personality with my Panchashil. Then who am I? I am the one that is the final outcome of these two. You understand? Then they will define me as, hey, that person is this. How? You see how he interacts with the world. How he engages with the world. You see he has these qualities. You are the outcome of these two. You understand? You are the result of these two. Okay, so you become the third one automatically. Okay, so very, very important. Now, if that is the case, once you have these two, you know what the world does? The world loves such things. Every species, there is one leader. And they call it the main leader, Like in the jungle, who is the leader? We did not elect him. Nobody elected him. But we call him the lion as the king. And even where the king sits, what we call that asan as Singhasan. It's only fit for the king. And what is a king? Now we have to understand. King wears the crown. We all have seen our kids, We want them to be successful. We want them to be kings in their own world. That is why we put them a crown. But we forget the crown has jewels. A crown without jewels is useless, right? Otherwise, Kohinoor would not have gone from India. You understand? Every crown needs a jewel. We need to give our children the jewel. The world will put the crown. Okay? We need to educate ourselves that we need to polish our jewels. The world will put a crown. It's not the person who wears his own crown. It's somebody else who gives the crown. You see, when you have a competition, okay? When you have a competition, if you win, you are the best. Are you crowned? Yes. Okay. Then it is any competition, even if it's a simple beauty competition. They will crown you with glory. Okay. Because you have won. Okay. And you represent everyone when that happens. Kings, okay, they wear a crown. Why? Because they represent their people. A king is a representation of what the kingdom is. Okay, so when you wear a crown, you come with responsibility. Okay, so all having these jewels is not just a display of who you are, but it's also a display of what you represent. Yeah, so all this. So becoming a king, is it easy? Job of a king? No. So carrying a jewel, is it easy? No. You know why they put the jewels on the crown? Okay, to let the world know I have it. Do you want to rob it? Show me. Take it away from me. You cannot touch a king's head, can you? You touch somebody's pagadi, you know what they do? Forget the king, where you have jewels. Even if you want to touch somebody's pagadi, in India we say a crown is basically wearing responsibility. Very painful. Very painful. You can see somebody at good position, powerful position. We think, oh wow, he's wearing a crown. Sir, the crown has its own thorns. So through patience and endurance, the thorns signify patience and endurance. You have to wear that. Okay. But what the world sees is beautiful beyond that. Okay. Then now, I told you na, nikalo pagdi, touch his pagdi and see. You will show what he will do. He's already telling me, you touch and see, he's already pulling his mustache up, He's saying, even he, forget the king, even he is proud to wear his jewel pagdi, He's wearing it very nicely and he would be doing that every day. Forget that. When you see a brave man gets married and that is why he can wear the crown. A weak man cannot get married. Only a brave man. And that is why when we say you wear the crown of marriage, it's a big responsibility because your kingdom has just begun, right or wrong. Then your responsibility. Is it easy after marriage? No. But wearing the crown signifies that I had taken this journey. Okay. It's not about winning or losing, but it's about managing something that I'm taking responsibility of. So that is why in India, even the person, the groom, is given a crown, You wear this, It's called pagdi. Very nicely. That day he has a sword. He's like this. Okay. He knows war is just begun, The relationship is just started. But he takes that responsibility. He knows this. And I always tell, once you wear that crown, don't give it up. Try to find a way. Keep your relationship long standing. It's unfortunate that today, people during marriage wear the crown. Okay. But very soon give it up after a few years. What a king, Then we cannot call them Sinya, the lion, because only lion is worthy of wearing the crown. Patience and endurance. People give up because they cannot endure. People give up because they have no patience. It is said that even in the Bible, that if you live a virtuous life, if you believe in the goodness and do good, you will be given a crown, even in heaven. That means there is a reward for being good. There is a reward for being patient. There is a reward for being, able to endure things. Every suffering ends with you being coronated as the king of that suffering. And that will lead you to unimaginable rewards. Unimaginable rewards. So, even the Bible has promised 5 crowns to you. Okay, I have the list of those crowns. Okay, these heavenly crowns are the imperishable crown. Imperishable. After you achieve this crown, no way you're going to perish. You will always be there. Wow, that's a good crown to have. Okay, if I exist always, no more fear of me going away. Be that way. You see, Sachin Tendulkar, an Indian player, cricket player, is he a, you can say, the king of cricket, the god of cricket? Yes or no? He's wearing the crown of cricket? Yeah. You think anybody can take it away now from him? Never. There can be another versions of who would come, but he's already made his kingdom. He will always have his followers. He will always be loved by those who saw him play. Yes or no? And history will always remember this king of cricket. Same is there are king of football also. There are kings of all games. There are kings of everything. And they have been crowned by the people. Always remember, the crowning ceremony, the coronation ceremony is done by the people. It is an appreciation by the people, your followers, the one you engage, the associated ones who reward you with the crown because they value your jewels. Okay, very, very important. So now, then you also get the crown of rejoicing. Are you happy when you get a crown? Yeah, everybody is happy. Yeah. So you can imagine if you get to wear the crown, you will be happy always. So how do you remain in happiness always? Wear the crown of the three jewels and you will be happy always. Okay. It is said like that. Now, the crown of righteousness. Once you wear a crown, they say the king has to go to duty. So after he's sleeping in the night, in the morning, everybody saying, time to go to the palace, Oh, it's a duty for the king, And how does he go? He has to wear the crown. Because crown signifies that he is not going to be partial. He is going to be righteous. He is not going to take anybody's side. You understand? He is going to make sure that he is going to pass the right judgment. When you go out every day, wear these three jewel crown on your head every day, symbolically. And when you go out, do your duty righteously. You will see, you will have your own kingdom being formed. You'll see how your kingdom starts, expanding. You'll see how you become the ruler and powerful ruler that people will respect and love, not fear. You understand? There is something that comes. Respect because of fear is not good. Respect because of love is amazing. Okay? Cultivate that. And that can be done only when you wear the crown and you engage with the world. Okay? Not disengage from the world. No point of wearing a crown and sitting in the jungle. What is the point? Wearing the crown and sitting in the public addressing day-to-day issues is what a king needs to do. Do it. So that means do your duty. No other option. The crown of glory. Wow. Who doesn't want that? If somebody wants to glorify you, they will always say, yeah, he is the king, he is the best, he is the master. Why? Because they see something that they all could not do. You can do it. Once you wear the crown, you are able to deliver the same kingdom that you would like everybody to have. Okay, so please do that, and enjoy the crown of glory along with your right actions and right deeds. And what they say is the last one that is awarded in heaven is the crown of life. Because people always fear that something that is started will end. Okay, but I can tell you one thing. Good associations never end. Have you ever seen that? Even if you never meet them again, good associations never end. So we always say your association is a jewel that will keep the life relationship continuously burning for all the time. Not only this, till the time you exist. Okay, so imagine, first the crown was the imperishable crown, and the second is the last one was the crown of life. And I'll tell you, even Sachin Tendulkar does not play any game hereafter. Never. He will still be known as a cricketer. Yes or no? Even if he goes to any hotel, people will see him as a cricketer. Without any bat, without any ball, without any game, he will still be playing all the cricketing things in the minds of people. And that means he has become immortal. He has become the god of cricket. You understand? So we can be good, and a goodness is what will keep us alive. Okay, and that happens only through following the Panchashila. You understand now the importance of wearing the crown? So the crown is your gift that is given to you because you're able to manage the jewels rightly. Okay, and it's a ceremony. So remember, Without patience and endurance, there is no prosperity. Okay? This crown, even though you looks beautiful on the outside, always remember whoever is wearing the crown has gone through a lot of patience and endurance. Appreciate their crown, appreciate this. And then you'll respect everyone. Somebody's success will not make you jealous because you can see the crown, but I think so you're missing on the patience and endurance that he has gone on to achieving that. Okay, so next time you see a king wearing a crown, the world whistling and shouting and being happy for him, please join the party and make sure that he makes, he believes that he has become a king. Make sure that you appreciate that. And if you do that, you'll realize that that thing will pass automatically on to you. Because as I told you, the crown is only and only worn by a king. And the king is the one who is fearless, who can walk alone, who is not dependent. Have you ever seen a lion dependent on anybody? It will die. It will die in front of all the 10 hyenas who cheat him and kill him. But he will never be something who will be fearful, okay, or completely in shiver. No. Even to the last moment, he will growl. Right? Even those 10 hyenas are biting it, it will still, even the last moment, that is how a king is. And you always appreciate a king like that. And that means what makes you a king is the lion within you, the bravery within you to face. And only brave people can endure and have patience. Weak people cannot endure and they don't have patience. You understood? So understand this. So you need to be the king. Okay, when you become the king, it is but natural that thy kingdom will come. Even as the Bible says, the kingdom will come. You will have your kingdom to rule. You will have a world to do. Even in DXN, we say, once you build a good network, you'll sit there as a king, right? What is the topmost position in DXN? Crown ambassador. Now you realize why doctor put that crown ambassador position is only to let you know that with all your good association, all the good things you will do, you will become the king. A king of what? Your association, your network, and you become the crown ambassador. Okay, so understand this. So in life, we go through all the pain and suffering. Please understand, have the patience and hope that things are getting right. Okay, endure it, because with every endurance, you just become stronger. No endurance has made anybody weaker. Person who has lifted a 5 kg, 10 kg, 15 kg, 20 kg, 100 kg weight, has he become weaker over a period of time or become stronger over a period of time? See? So means if I endure suffering and pain to whatever level it is, what will it make me? More stronger. You see, we were discussing yesterday, a mud cannot hold water. But as soon as I torture it, I pound it, I put it in water, I crush it, I may put a circle, I put it into shape, put it into the furnace, heat it up, burn it up, and then I get now the mud is become so strong that it can hold water also. Can you imagine? It becomes something useful. Have you gone through pain and suffering? We should. There is nobody who is not going through pain and suffering, because this world is called the world of Saha. Means you have to endure. It's called the Saha world. Okay? And this Saha world means you have to endure. If you are not going through pain, if you are not going through suffering, you are not living. You are already dead. You understood? This world, there will be lot of pain. There will be lot of suffering. Thank the situation. Thank the circumstances that has put you and given you all this, because it is just making you stronger. It's making you more wiser, and it's already preparing you to wear the crown so that you can rule your own kingdom. Okay? Who doesn't want to be a king? Everybody wants to be a king. Okay? King comes with his own rewards, right? But yes, it comes with responsibility. So we always say, take your kingdom with virtue, with values. Okay? Run your kingdom with virtues, with values. Okay? Represent your kingdom with virtues, with values. And then you see, you become the immortal king that the world will see. How many kings of India do you remember? Come on, let's take a fast number. India has been a country of kings, yes or no? How many kings do you think? Any idea how many kings? 5 kings in India till now? 10,000? 10,000? How many do you remember? Tell me fast. 10 names.
Shivaji Maharaj, then Krishna Velai, then Chandragupta,
4, 5,
Ashoka,
5,
then Chhatrasal Bundet,
6,
then Jomas Ashby King, Hari Singh,
7,
लचित बारककर
8,
अकबर
9,
शहनशाह
10.
औरंगजेब
Huh? So, king doesn't even come in religion. You understood? The one who rule righteously. The one who have been cunning, wicked, we forget them. The one who have good already become a part of memory. From 10,000 odd kings that have ruled this land, you only remember a few who have really brought a change. Okay? Like, as you said, Ashoka, King Ashoka. Our Indian flag carries the Ashoka Chakra, right? Why? Because there was somebody who was teaching us morality. Okay? Who was engaging with the society. You know why? Because every society is going to talk about all the goodness they have come. We never like to talk pain. Do you tell how much you suffered? If somebody, the biggest problem is if you molest a child, the child does not speak. He doesn't tell anybody. I know about cases as a psychotherapist I've been dealing. There are people who have been molested at the age of 9. Okay? Till 45, they never spoke. And they've been suffering all their life, every night through the same thing. Every night, the same experience. Can you imagine? And at 45, when they meet and we take them out of that suffering, okay, they realize that for the first time, people do not speak bad happening to them. Okay? But you do something good to somebody, he will go telling the whole world. You know why? Because something that is good can be displayed. Something that is bad is never displayed. Something that is good will always be spoken with loud voice. Something that is bad is always whispered. Yes or no? So understand this. So every gossip is carrying a bad thing. Every joy is carrying a good thing. So simple. If you have the wisdom, somebody telling, I want to tell you something. You say, get out. Sir, I have something to tell you. Hey, please come in. This is how it is. So simple it is, life is. Okay, come this side in this corner. There is something important. Get out. Okay, then I want to talk to you personally. Get out. We don't entertain all this. Something openly, I want to tell on the mic. Please come, give him the mic. This is how we should engage with the world. Fearlessly. Because a king, when he sits on a throne. Okay, not for judgment, but to pass the judgment. He doesn't need anybody's judgment. He doesn't need somebody's opinion. When you sit on the court, do you think the king is going to ask, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Okay, you all shall, I'll go. No, he sits there, he says, this is how it will be. Finish. Right, wrong, depends on the king who is using his wisdom eye. Okay, in your life, never make your life too dependent on people's opinion, because their opinions will run your life and it will be their life, not your life. Always have the courage to take a decision. Decision will be right or wrong only when you take it up. Not before that. How will you know if it is right or wrong? Okay, take a decision and you'll see how things work. Okay, so this brings us to the concluding series of our jewels, right? We were thinking how to conclude it. I thought it's the best way to conclude this by letting you know that these 3 jewels, you, your personality, and your association, is the key for you to adorn or wear the crown of the 3 jewels. And this will give you your own kingdom, which you can engage with on a daily basis happily ever after. I think that's a good end to a story, right?
yes,
Yeah, and that is how you should live. And that is how you should pass on your inheritance of goodness. Because when you become a king, your child will want, he is called prince. Yes or no? And your daughter is called princess. So if you want your children to be known as prince and princesses, even before they are being crowned as the king and queen, make sure you become one. Otherwise, no point, okay? So if you want really your daughter to be a prince, your princess, and your son to be a prince, better become a king yourself. Okay, and it is easy to be so. Okay, so that brings us to the concluding series, again bringing us to the end of this session. Thank you so much. We conclude this session and we will see you on next Sunday at 9 a.m. with another series of talks. Okay, till then, bye-bye.